The conflict in West Asia is widening, with Israel opening a new front in Lebanon. But why is Israel attacking Lebanon again? And why is the fighting focused on the south? On March 16th, Israel launched a ground offensive against Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, alongside massive airstrikes on border towns and the southern outskirts of Beirut, the capital city of Lebanon. The attacks have already killed at least 1,000 people and displaced about a million. The ground offensive is concentrated in hilltop towns in southern Lebanon, where the Israel Defense Forces are facing stiff resistance from Hezbollah fighters. But this escalation has been building for months. Back in November 2024, Israel and Hezbollah had agreed to a ceasefire after a month-long campaign aimed at weakening the group. The ceasefire, however, remained fragile. After Hamas's October 7, 2023 attack on Israel, Hezbollah began firing rockets into Israeli-controlled areas along the border, including the Sheba Farms region. Israel responded with airstrikes, triggering further exchanges that turned the border into a conflict zone. Then came a major turning point. In September 2024, Israel assassinated Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah in an airstrike, in a bid to disrupt the group's command structure. During the fighting that followed, Israel pushed Hezbollah fighters away from the border and occupied strategically important regions in southern Lebanon. In November that year, Israel agreed to a ceasefire, but it continued airstrikes nearly every day in Lebanon, targeting Hezbollah positions. Hezbollah hardly retaliated, but tensions escalated again in February 2026, after Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in a joint US-Israeli strike. Hezbollah fired hundreds of rockets into northern Israel. Israel responded with airstrikes, followed by this latest ground offensive. So what exactly is Hezbollah, and why is it such a central point to this conflict? Hezbollah is a Shia militant group and political party in Lebanon that maintains close ties with Iran. The group traces its origins to the late 1970s and early 1980s. In 1978, Israel launched an incursion into southern Lebanon to push Palestinian militias under the Palestine Liberation Organization north of the Litani River. A second invasion followed in 1982. The consequences of these wars led to the rise of Hezbollah as a Shia militant organization backed by Iran after its 1979 Islamic Revolution. Over time, Hezbollah emerged as the main resistance force against Israeli presence in southern Lebanon. Israeli troops facing sustained guerrilla tactics were eventually forced to withdraw in 2000, which Hezbollah described as the first, quote, Arab victory against Israel, end quote. Since then, Hezbollah has grown into one of the most powerful non-state armed groups in the region. It has tens of thousands of rockets and missiles and years of battlefield experience, including its role in the Syrian civil war. But recent developments have weakened it. Israeli strikes have targeted its leadership and infrastructure. The fall of Syria's Assad government has disrupted key supply routes from Iran. Even so, Hezbollah continues to retain significant capabilities. It has fired rockets and drones into Israel in recent weeks, showing it can still strike back. This brings us to the current phase of the conflict. Why is Israel focusing on southern Lebanon? The answer lies in geography and strategy. Southern Lebanon, along the Israel-Lebanon border, is Hezbollah's stronghold. It is where the group has built networks of fighters, weapon storage, and launch sites. Israel says its objective is to dismantle Hezbollah's military capabilities, push its fighters away from the border, and create a buffer zone inside Lebanese territory. This is why operations are focused on hilltop towns like Khiam, which overlook northern Israel and hold strategic importance. Israel has also issued evacuation orders across southern Lebanon and targeted infrastructure such as bridges to cut off supply routes. At the same time, it is pressing the Lebanese government to disarm Hezbollah. But that is not a straightforward task. Hezbollah is not just a militant group, it is also deeply embedded in Lebanon's political system. For Hezbollah, this conflict is about resistance and defending Lebanese territory. For Israel, it is about removing what it sees as a long-standing security threat. But history suggests that this is not an easy objective. Israel has tried to dismantle Hezbollah before, including in 2006. Each time, the group has adapted and survived. Now, even weakened, Hezbollah is putting up resistance on the ground, particularly in southern Lebanon. And once again, civilians are caught in the middle.